You've got a crafter who's moved into the neighbourhood now. You have to get used to weird things. Hello everyone, and I'm very excited to say, welcome back to my channel. I haven't said that in such a long time, I don't feel like I have anywhere. It's finally some proper studio-based content. I've missed it a lot. I honestly don't feel like I know how to do it anymore.
Baked in a buttery, crispy flake.
It's been months, literal months, since I've recorded a sit-down studio video. And it's a very special one. The first time in the new house, the brand new studio. There still might be things that need to obviously be tweaked and stuff like that, but... new studio, oh yes! And anyway, because obviously I've been incredibly busy the past several months sorting this house out and stuff, and it's obviously still not done, I thought I just wanted a bit of a chilled one. In fact, I'm probably going to have quite a few chilled weeks because I need them. I really, really need them. And while I was browsing online, I came across this little kit. It's make your own 3D string lights. And you've got like stars and hearts. It's got 30 multicolored LED bulbs. Very cute. Oh, there's a moon as well. And you never know, this might be a brand new addition to the house. I might love it that much that I want to hang it up in the house. Because look at that. That's some fancy shit in there. Oh my god, so fancy. Right, let's get into this bad boy. Also, if you're wondering, it does have some warnings on the box. It says it's an ingestion hazard, so it's got button cells or coin batteries included, so obviously don't swallow them. Death. Oh, it's all about the batteries and internal chemical burns in as little as 2 hours. What a depressing and morbid start to the craft kit, but you know, that's what it's telling us. Only 8 years and over, so no unders, not suitable for children under 3. There's a little bit of a weird range because between 3 and 8, who knows? It's got some instructions on the back. Spread the delight of crafting. Wrap, decorate, and light up. I have a funny feeling it's going to be like the time I made them string snowball decorations many years ago for Craftmas, believe it or not. If you remember that, then well done. Right, let's have a little look. So we've got glue, some balloons, some gloves, some little light packs, an instruction pamphlet, and just lots of other stuff. I'll have a brief little read of the instructions, even though I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. It says on this, do not aim at eyes or face. Yeah, and do not eat, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to get it in my eyes and I wanted to eat it. I think they're talking about the glue. Yep, it's basically what I thought it was going to be. That's fine. If we want a little bit of a spoiler, that's what it should look like at the very end. Whether mine's gonna look as nice as that, because obviously that's photoshopped, we'll soon find out. I love it when they photoshop things. It really sets you up for failure, doesn't it? Obviously this is meant for kids, but you know, adults can have fun with it too if we want. We've got a little mat that's just gonna stop us getting glue everywhere. Oh, I need a mixing bowl. Oh, where have I even put my mixing bowl? This is the problem. All my stuff isn't away yet, so I have no idea where anything is. A mixing bowl. What did I do with it? I'll go find it. I'm sure it's in amongst all the rest of my crap somewhere. Found it. It was in my hoard. Okay, well, I'll do this first. It wants the entire bottle of gel. Well, I'm gonna make all of them, aren't I? How many balloons did it give us? I'll just stick it all in. It wants basically some PVA mixed with water. They're telling us measurements, but like, am I gonna measure? Absolutely not, because it's not really science, is it? You basically want a 1 to 2 ratio. I think 1 part glue, 2 part water, yeah? Also, there might be a little bit of banging in this video because my next door neighbours are seeking revenge for me making all that noise for the past few months, and they're getting their roof fixed. So there's workmen putting up scaffolding and all sorts, so I can't control that. I now have human neighbours instead of animal neighbours. Before I was just used to horses and sheep and stuff. Now I've got people to contend with. And one thing I've noticed with people is they don't like to leave your car parking space in front of your own house.
Rude.
I only have one car. I should be able to park in front of my house. There's plenty of space. But the 2 neighbours I have both have 2 cars and they like to park in front of my house. That's going to start to become a little bit of an issue, isn't it? I'm not doing parking wars though. I can't be arsed. Honestly, I've got better things to do with my life. Right, we'll pop some water in this. Do I have anything I can stir this with? This is the thing, everything's stale all over the place, so I have no idea. Even where like, oh, actually I do know where they are. Well, it wasn't the lollipop stick I was looking for, but it'll do. I think you do want it quite liquidy because you want it to soak into the yarn and stuff. I'm talking about this as if it's a very serious craft. It's absolutely not. Right, I'm gonna glove up because I can't be asked to wash my hands. Right, which one shall we go for first? Oh, we'll go for Love Heart. Do we want to go for a typical pink heart? I think we do, don't we? Right, we're going to find the end. We're just going to dunk the rest of the yarn into this solution. Get it all saturated. And then we're going to tie a knot around our balloon. And then we basically just unravel this mixture. Make sure it's fully covered. Yeah. And then we just wrap it around, basically. It's not dead scientific, you know, just have fun, piss about. If you're thinking about getting this for your child, and you are obviously a parent and stuff, and you don't like mess, this may not be the craft you want to buy for your child, because I can guarantee they're going to get glue everywhere. Because you do get them parents, don't you, who obviously have kids and stuff, and the kids might like a little bit of like a crafting day or a painting day, and the parents are like having a nervous breakdown because of how much mess they're making. It's like, yes, kids make mess. That's why I don't have any. It's not the only reason I don't have any, it's because I can't stand them. I'm gonna stand up for this actually, put my back into it. I also suppose you want to make sure the entire thing is as covered as possible and also keep it quite tight. Also, if you're wondering how I'm getting on in the new home, it's going quite well actually. I've still got like a million things to sort out, but that's fine. I was in the middle of sorting out a door handle the other day and putting on a door handle, and honestly I was so uninterested and so tired and I just couldn't be arsed. I gave up halfway, so the door handle's just hanging on by a thread. But I've got many years to sort all that kind of stuff out, and I think it's going to take many years to get it to a place where I'm actually happy with it. If I've got time later today, I'm going to put the handles on the kitchen cabinets because I'm absolutely sick of trying to get them open without handles. And I've got half my clothes away, so that was nice. So I just need to get the other half away. I've also installed all my CCTV, so I've got the house fully protected, so that feels nice. It's dead fun. I did like the whole Ring system. Not that I'm like sponsored by Ring or anything, but it was very easy to like set up and install. I haven't fully set the ones for the outside up yet. They're just kind of sat on the windowsills, but I will mount them outside eventually when I can be bothered. But it's nice just being able to kind of look at your house and stuff and see what's happening, keep an eye on it. I didn't realise as well, and I haven't tried the feature yet, but you can like blast a siren, so obviously if anyone's close by and you don't want them to be there, or they look a bit dangerous and stuff, you can set off like a burglar alarm. Oops. I didn't want to do it just in case I couldn't get it off, but I might sample it at one time. It's getting a bit tangled, isn't it? I also eventually want to install my smart thermostat, but I'm putting it off because I feel like it'll go wrong. So I'm just trying to kind of pluck up the courage to do that. It looks really easy, but I don't know. I feel like if that goes wrong, it won't be great, will it? Because I won't be able to get my heating on. And I don't want to have to call out a person to fix it, because quite frankly, I don't have any money to call out people to fix things. Oh, I'm getting glue everywhere. It's all over my t-shirt. Mint. When they said it tangles, they weren't lying, were they? I don't know what to do about this. I've got it in a right mess. I'm not going to be able to rescue that. No, that chunk's going to have to come off. I'm just going to have to cut it. Let me just see if I can salvage some of this so I can add it back to the balloon. It's like untangling Christmas lights, but like covered in glue. I think my patience is running out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. That one can piss off. I'll put this last remaining bit on and that bit can just be gone forever. There we go. Love heart covered in string. Apparently I need to hang that up to dry. I don't know how I'm gonna hang it up. I'll hang it up outside. It's a nice day actually. Oh, got glue all over us. Fortunately it's PVA so it will dry. Right, I tell you what, I'll shove this one outside and then we can move on to the other two and do them as well. Okay, so I finally finished wrapping them balloons, and I have made an absolute mess. I can only imagine how much of a mess a child would make with this. Oh my god, there'd be glue everywhere. But I've hung my little balloons outside to dry. I have a feeling they're going to need quite long, even though it is a nice day. So I'll probably just pick this back up tomorrow and we can pop the balloons and see if it's actually worked. And then we can add some lights as well and some other bits. Also, when I was hanging them up outside, right, obviously they've got scaffolding people up next door. They must have been looking at me like I was an absolute and utter twat, but never mind. We've got a crafter who's moved into the neighbourhood now. You have to get used to weird things. And just like that, I'm back with my balloons with string wrapped around them. And they're pretty dry. I think this one's a little bit wet on this side, but it's not too bad. These are fully dry, these are bone dry. So now we can continue. Scratch and pop the balloon and then pull it out from the bottom. This is the moment of truth whether it's actually worked, because sometimes you'll pop a balloon when you've done this process and everything will just go blah. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can be, but I'm struggling. Okay, I've got one out. It kind of has maintained its shape a little bit. It's not the best, it is so ridiculously fragile. Like one little just scrunch, and honestly, it's so tempting just to want to scrunch it. It'll absolutely ruin it. But okay, there's the love heart, gorgeous. See if I can get the moon out a little bit better. Okay, the moon looks a little bit worse, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of looks like a croissant, like a purple croissant. Oh, how French. And finally the star. The star, it's vaguely given star, but it's also just given clump of yarn. If you squint, so squint really hard, you can kind of see a star shape, but that's just a mess. I don't think we'll use this star, I think that's the worst one. Okay, so now what are we doing? I've got a moon and a heart. Oh, now I'm making a feather tassel. So I've got some feathers here, some string. Oh, and I've got beads. Oh, fancy. So we're gonna take the piece of string, fold the string, and then thread one bead almost to the end. Maybe it's 4 inches away. Honestly, why do they make pictures so small for? I can't see anything. And we get our feathers. Pinch 2 feathers, making sure they face in opposite directions. Then thread them into the bead. Repeat the same steps from 10 to 11 to finish the other 2 pinched feathers. Size. Fix all the feathers in the hole of the beads. Now you've got a feather tassel. Alright, okay. Well, listen, this is adorable. Okay, feather tassel done. Gorgeous. Tie your feather tassel to the lantern. Alright, cute. Oh my god, feather tassel, gorgeous. Now string lights. Bind the string lights, starting by placing the battery case inside. Inside of this, just gonna fall out, isn't it? Let's see how good these lights are, because in the picture, they look very luminous and gorgeous. And I have a feeling in person, they're gonna look shite. Oh. Actually, they're not too bad. Okay. I can admit that I'm wrong, only sometimes. Do that first. And then we'll just wind these through. Okay, so are we ready to see my 3D string light art? I think they're using art very liberally there, but you know. Ta-da! Oh my god, isn't it delightful?
What the fuck is this?
Shove you back in there. Now the thing is, do I think a kid is going to have the patience and time and attention span to make something like this? I don't think they are. I think they're going to get irritated with it. And the final result just looks a bit shit. I think it looks a bit naff. I'm not going to lie, it looks very messy. This doesn't really look like a love heart. It just looks like a clump of yarn. I obviously don't have children, so I don't know what they like, but I don't think they like this. Especially considering it has to be over 8. An over 8-year-old doesn't want to do this, do they? I suppose it would be a nice little time killer on like a rainy day or something, if you've got kids or grandkids or anything, but I don't think it's going to be one of these things that you cherish and you display for years and years and years and you keep as like a little keepsake. Absolutely not. But I could be wrong. Let me know what your thoughts are of this down in the comments. Is it amazing? Is it something that you or your grandkids or your kids and stuff would be interested in? I might just not be seeing the bigger picture. I don't know. And also, obviously, I didn't do the croissant because, like, what's the point? Anyway, I think that just about does it for today's crafty treat. If you enjoyed the fact that I did this so you don't have to, then make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you come across any craft kits or crafty things that you want me to try on the channel, then feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And I will see you next week for some more crafty goodness. Some more crafts in the studio. What's touching my foot? Oh, it's just a wire. I did put kitchen handles on my cabinets last night, and that was nice. Honestly, I really needed that doing because it was just irritating the life out of it. And I finally put all my clothes away too. So, you know, I'm getting there. Behind the scenes, I am slowly, very, very slowly getting there. Right, where are we going to put this delightful, not ugly lantern? Doesn't matter if I can call you a lantern. The fact that they called this art, that's hilarious, isn't it? Art. Talking out your ass, as if this is art. I suppose art is subjective, but I think in this case, it's not subjective at all, is it?